Hi, I'm Plami, and in this episode of K, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent comeback of NCT Dream called Hot Sauce. But before we get into it, I just want to quickly talk about NCT Dream's crazy growth. Like, literally earlier today, I saw a post on Reddit that said that they just sold 2 million albums. Like, what the hell? When the hell did they grow up so much? Like, what the hell? This is like BTS level growth. How? What? Like, what? I mean, wasn't it like just last year where Resonance just managed to get like 1 million albums, and it joined like the few groups who actually managed to sell 1 million albums, like EXO. I'm pretty sure it has sold more than 1 million, and 17 I think also sold more than 1 million. But now NCT Dream out of nowhere just sold like 2 million albums of this. Like, what the hell? Like, I knew that NCT Dream was the most popular unit in Korea, but what? I honestly still cannot believe that. Like, I'm just so... I just can't believe it, you know? And that has definitely made me more hyped to check out this song, but I have a worry that I'm not gonna like it. And I'm gonna talk about why I'm not gonna like it after the reaction, after I see how I feel about it. So without further ado, let's get into the reaction in 3, 2, 1. I'm glad to see Mark back in the group though. Okay, I'm actually starting to see why this is so popular. Okay, it's definitely better than what I was worried this was going to be. I'm really hoping that that chanting in the background is gonna get better the more I listen to it, because right now it's super annoying. I'm glad that Mark being back in the group doesn't mean that he gets to dominate the rapping again, because I feel like he used to do that before. I really like the vocal parts of this song. I can definitely see why this album sold like 2 million albums. Like, I can definitely feel it. Man, I love this. I love their visuals. I love their looks. Like, this is so good. Like, this just feels iconic. Like, this feels like EXO level iconic. Man, their looks this comeback are amazing. Okay, there's definitely quite a few things to talk about this music video. God damn. Okay, so the reason why I was worried that I was not going to like this song is something that I mentioned during the reaction, where I feel like while Mark was still in the group like from before we go up, because I'm pretty sure that was the last song in which he participated. Until that point, I feel like maybe it's just me focusing on him that much more, but I feel like the other members really didn't manage to shine that much while he was there. I feel like he kind of dominated the songs. Maybe not necessarily objectively dominating the songs, but that's how I remember it. I feel like all my attentions in the song was focused on him, and I really grew to love what NCT Dream became after he left, because I actually grew to like Jaemin's rapping. I think he's the rapper. I keep confusing Jaemin and Jisung a lot because they look very similar to me. I think it's Jaemin. I really grew to like his rapping and his voice, and I noticed that Jeno also raps, so I didn't know that for some reason. But like, I really grew to love what NCT Dream became, because I feel like also at the time NCT Dream just started to get the better songs that appealed more to me. Because at first they had like Chewing Gum, which was their debut song, which was a cutesy poppy stuff. It was still pretty catchy, like I love it, it's an iconic song, but it's not like my favorite thing ever or anything. Neither is My First and Last. We Young is a good song, but it wasn't until like Go that they started to venture into more my kind of stuff in terms of their music, and especially after Mark left with like Boom, and I don't I don't really remember all the names of their songs, but like I love Boom, I love Riding especially, and I really grew to love what they became without him. Not because him being gone made them better, but it's just that it happened that after he left, the group really started to appeal to me, and I noticed things that I didn't notice before about him. So I was worried that him coming back into the group might cause chaos and disrupt the way things had become with my perception of the group. But honestly, it wasn't. He definitely did not dominate the song. I feel like he got his first verse in the beginning, and I barely noticed him for the rest of the song. So I think that is now much more fair in terms of the distribution and everything. But yeah, I'm still not into this song as much as I was for Riding when I first listened to it. Riding was just like an instant hit for me, if I remember correctly. You can check out my reaction to that. And also to Boom, which was actually my first K-pop reaction video. But this one, comparatively to Riding, the vocal parts I really like. They definitely, I definitely vibe with those parts of it. It sounds really good. And if you ask me, I think for first impression, I think I would have liked the song more if it was a more vocal-based song rather than having whatever the chorus is right now. Because the vocal parts really sound good. It feels iconic. I don't know how to describe the feeling that I'm getting, but I really, really like it. It feels like, I mean, it kind of feels like back in the day with EXO's iconic comebacks and with BTS's iconic comebacks. I'm getting the exact same feeling of like, hey, this amazing and talented, iconic group that is one of the best, if not the best and most popular one, is coming back. And I can definitely completely understand why this album sold as well as it did. Because just the feeling you get from this group is so good. Like they've grown so much from those little kids singing about chewing gum, you know? I love it. I can definitely see why the Korean general population loves them so much. In a way, not to compare them to any group or anything, but it's like the new EXO. That's kind of how it feels to me. But yeah, we're definitely going to listen to it a second time before I decide what my final thoughts on it are. But so far, I like the vocal parts, I like the vibe of the song, I like the music video and the visuals in it. but the chorus I feel like it's probably gonna grow on me, but I think overall I still prefer Riding a song, because that one is much catchier, much more hard-hitting. I just felt complete on first listen, and it's a song that still hasn't gotten old to me, so yeah, I don't know. Well, this one I feel like the chorus, it's gonna get better, it's gonna get catchier, but it's also gonna get annoying again very, very quickly. But still, let's give it a second listen in 3, 2, 1. Honestly, I feel like Mark fits so much better in NCT Dream. I love the guitar and the instrumental. The vibe of this music video and the members is so good. I love it. They just ooze talent. They've grown so much. I love it. At this point, they don't feel like the offhand child of NCT, but they feel like their own unique and successful group, you know? Hey, Mark had another verse, I didn't catch it first time. Yeah, the line distribution is pretty balanced, honestly. I love this. This is amazing. And the vocal parts are so good. Not that the rapping is bad or anything, I just feel like the singing parts just I vibe with the singing parts so much more. I'm so in love with this. I think it's not even like that I like the song that much, because it's definitely not my favorite NCT Dream song, but it's just the vibe of the music video is so good. Like I said, NCT Dream, for me, have always felt like I don't know how to say it, the adopted child of NCT or something along those lines, and they've always felt like they were in the shadow of NCT, that they were always going to be compared to those other units, and that they were always going to be living in that shadow. Even if NCT Dream was always like the more popular unit, it just felt like that. It felt like the fact that they were NCT kind of dragged them down in a way. But now it feels like their own thing. It feels like they've even surpassed the NCT brand in a way. I don't know. I just love how epic and iconic this comeback feels. Like the song, it's catchy, and the chorus part, which at first sounds annoying, is already starting to grow on me a little bit, but it's definitely worse as a complete product, the song is definitely worse than Riding. I feel like Riding was immaculate, like there was no bad parts in that song at all. It was perfect. Well, this one I can definitely take or leave certain parts, and I feel like you could have done a better song with the contents that you have in this one, but it's still fine enough. And with the whole comeback in the music video and everything surrounding it, I am going to give it a 10 out of 10. It just feels like a 10 out of 10. It's not my favorite song, but it's a good enough song for me, and it just deserves a 10 out of 10. I mean, Mark is back. For that alone, I have to give this comeback a 10 out of 10, so I don't know. And from what I've heard, that this is a full-length album, so I'm definitely very interested to check out what they would be having in that album. I have never really found NCT B-sides to be particularly interesting to me, but hey, I'm gonna give it a shot. And if you want me to do that sooner rather than later, definitely make sure to comment down below so I know that there is a demand for a reaction to the album, because I don't want to do a reaction for barely anybody to watch it. Because especially with this one, if it's a full-length album, it means that it's probably gonna be, let's say, 10 songs, which means about maybe an hour to 2 hours of recording, and then another hour to 2 hours of editing and uploading and everything. That's a lot of effort, and if it's not really gonna get that much views, like at least in the double digits, I wouldn't want to do it. So definitely make sure to comment down below and like the video so I know that you guys want to see it. And in general, if you have any albums or music videos that you want me to check out, make sure to comment down below. And even though I don't promise that I'm gonna react to everything you comment in the comments down below in terms of like the music videos and everything, I will try to do my best to check out everything. So yeah, but before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job, because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, so yeah, I think this is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!